Hello, everyone. As a disclaimer, Manu and me, we're supposed to be the team leaders of a platform called Zoo House, but we ourselves don't see us as team leaders, and we've tried to work like that, so that's why we are up here with all of our team. To be really quick, there's this exhibition underneath the Torre de Madrid. You can read, "Is there a future in architecture?" But our main concern, or another concern we had, is there future in Archiprix? Archiprix nowadays is an architecture prize of world's best graduation projects. It also develops workshops every 2 years and so on. But we've been thinking a lot about Archiprix, and we want to challenge the organizers of Archiprix because we think this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's also, we think the power of Archiprix is its matchmaking possibilities. Also, we think that this is not about 10 workshops, it's about one big workshop. Also because the people that are working here are not students, but architects. And also because we think Archiprix starts when this finishes. And also because we are Archiprixers. So the challenge is to transform or add to Archiprix as a social network, a place where young architects with concerns and like the preoccupations of someone that has just finished their degree can, like, all these people can share those things, and we start thinking about, or stop thinking about competitions or competing between each other, but trying to share the knowledge we all grasp from our own countries. So we did like a kind of what it could be like. So this is like a conversation in like 10 years of the people of our group saying, okay, let's go to Madrid and work on urban gardens. So this could be happening in the Archiprix social network. They would travel to Madrid. Each person would have like a personal profile with their own expertise, what they're good at, what their thesis project has been, what Archiprix project they developed, and what are they working nowadays, so they can more or less see what the other Archiprixers are doing. We also included in our network people from other groups, because we've tried to work with other workshops and include the work, so in a kind of transversal way. And, sorry, that's for this part, sorry.
So in order to develop our, in order to develop our workshops, we started naming Madrid Orchard Commons, Let's Start Forever. In this Inteligencias Colectivas way of thinking or methodology. Where do I, okay. No. Okay. It's okay. So we wanted to work on the taxonomizing and cataloging evidence we find in every urban garden we visit. We have visited more. There are a lot of Madrid. We've visited a few, and everyone was like collecting all the evidence in this first point. But we wanted, as Juanito said, mix it with this transversal evidence from other groups, because we are working in a kind of social network, and at the same time, because we are from all parts of the world, everyone has an evidence back home. No, this intelligence that is characteristic and cultural. With all these three facts, we will develop urban garden prototypes for Madrid. So we in this work of taxonomizing and looking for evidence and learning and understanding how the urban gardens work in Madrid, we began to catalog everything, making a lot of pictures and meeting people, speaking with the community neighbors, and collecting all these little inventions and speaking with the people, because the human network is also very important. Normally they create things with their own hands, and because we are architects, we think that if we mix this with our own knowledge, we could find a better way, not so precarious, because here there is a lot of imagination, but because there are no means, no economical means, they're also very precarious. But I think humanity is transparent through things like this. No, this is the tupper for the food to keep save the water faucets. All these people behind look this incredible device in order to cook meals. Also, this incredible structure will help this human garden to take all the water from the rooftops of the buildings nearby and keep them to water their own urban garden. So a lot of them. So in order to catalog all this, we invented this. Come on. Like seals, to speak about maybe one of them are technologies and materials, other speaks about community networks, where the urban garden is, management system, human network, and little small batches that also can help us to make this map of Madrid to help them catalog all the little inventions we found. So it could be an inspiration for future projects in this kind of information cards, to have all of them taxonomized. And then we start with the next group.
Yes, Mano explained about the garden. We start to visit the garden, and then we found some problem. Now we start to make the prototype, 3 kind of prototype. This is one of them, the first one. And our focus is water supply problem. And also we interviewed to the bicycle groups. And then, okay. Yes. And when we visit the garden, there are a lot of kids, and they are singing a song and learning a lot. Such as fun, I want to be included to the water supply systems. And also bicycle teams, I interviewed to Luis. He said he made one of box. It's dancing and singing at the same time. It could be more fun, and yeah.
Okay, so now let me introduce the project. So we somehow combine what we get from bike spin and the mechanism of the chain with the crank. And what we get from kids is make it fun. And as we know, in an urban park, it is like dealing with healthy issues. These are added values. But the problem is based on the political issue that most of the garden there, they don't have water supply. So where they get the water from? They get the water from the neighborhoods, from the surrounding of the urban garden. But the irrigation system, they need the gravity to bring the water down. So how can they bring the big amount of water up to the irrigation system? So we kind of combine and make a human network in the urban garden and divide it into 4 steps. This is all the mechanism that we have. The first part would be relating with the bicycle mechanism, which is spinning, and using the crank with somehow the mechanism here that when this one spin, it will make this one also spinning. The next. This one, if you guys have seen the movie The Swiss Family, the water mill, they bring water from the water reservoir here, bring up to the upper level, and then use the local materials that you can find at the urban garden to bring as a tube to bring the water into the water tank. And the irrigation system is using the gravity toward the crops. Okay, so next project.
We are working with the children theme as the other workshop group, but because we are thinking about in Madrid, a lot of kids doesn't know how tomatoes plants grow up, and they never see a chicken, and of course they eat vegetables at their home or at the school, but they don't know how vegetables from where they coming from. So okay. We thinking about some evidence that our prototype want to be created from our own background, from the urban garden knowledge, and from the other workshop knowledge from Jose. Thanks. And we started to think about what the subjects of this garden need. So urban gardener, of course, needs shadows, plants, and cooking space, seats, and a water filter to cook. And for the children, as the other group explained to us, throughout two main important aspects, that is know and recognize. We can empower children, freedom gaming, in movement and in knowledge. So from this kind of analysis, we have designed our prototype that is a kind of solar chicken and kitchen, sorry, that of course we can cook also a chicken. And this solar kitchen?
From these evidences, we mixed, combined this one prototype. This include some kind of activities for children and adults. It is playing, cooking, and eating chicken, harvesting, and manipulated with vegetables. And also, we used we thinking how it will work, and our based on low-cost technologies. We using solid kitchen for the cooking these vegetables, and boil it in this shape water, and which will be used for to be cleaned. It will used in cooking yeah.
As architects, we always want to build big skyscrapers and planning huge cities. However, in the past, being an architect means being able to design and build any space or thing. In my country, there is a popular phrase which say the architecture is from God and God is the details. The prototype that we will show is not just a bottle wall covered with plants. It is a complete system that could bring persons together. It is about all details hidden behind in the small things.
So from that notion, we try to inspire from little things and try to create a system or an economy that would unite all the urban gardens. So the differences between private garden and urban garden is, in private garden, people doing isolated gardening. But in urban garden, people come together, create a neighborhood, and produce something together. So we visit to all of the major urban gardens. So what do they have in common? They have this neighborhood attitude in common. So we try to make them work together. So we want more people from the outside of the neighborhood to join in. So it's like in the diagram, it shows that the production that urban garden is having. So people can buy one of this by making the urban garden into a marketplace. They can have the product to their home, and then they get back to another urban garden. It's done, actually, the inspiration is taking inspiration from the most common recycled material, water bottle, but it's what's unique about this water bottle, that each water bottle has different caps. These caps are designed for each different urban garden. So what happens is people go through the neighborhood to garden, produce plants, and plants have this plant box with recycled water plant and with the caps in it. And then they go to the people, they use these caps as a token of appreciation or showing their support to urban garden. It's like a social propaganda thing. People can gift another people the caps, and also they can sell the caps to the urban garden and get a plant in return. So these are the types of prototypes we are trying to come up with. This could be used as a temporary exhibition spaces. So this was something like that. In a very crowded place, there could be an exhibition with the water plants with the different caps. Each of caps represent a different urban garden. So people can come here and they can, in exchange of their caps that they got from the urban garden, they can take one plant home. So these are the other possibilities of these types of structure, and so that it could be just not isolated urban gardens. It could be have portable type of garden that could be anywhere in the city. Thank you.
As a way to pressure the Archiprex organization to make the social network, we'll be doing tattoos this afternoon for anyone who wants a tattoo, okay? Thank you.